Concerns over crackdown on anti-fascist and Black Lives Matter movement as Trump loyalist takes control of the agency. Because before Patel, justice had been meted out in a totally even fashion. Like, as an example, when those two attorneys in New York firebombed a police car with a Molotov cocktail and were given 1 year in prison and then probation after that. Can you imagine if a Proud Boy did that? If two Proud Boys firebombed a police car? They would have given them the electric chair, okay? So the Guardian is a joke. This entire narrative is a joke. Antifa is a joke. We need to start putting these people exactly where they belong, and that is in prison. Well, leave it to Antifa to make it clear whether or not you are a crazy person or not, okay? So Antifa's back, you guys. Everybody's favorite domestic terror group. And they have very clear, stated, intended purpose for, taking on the University of Washington and burning things down. It's like, hey guys, what are you so upset about? They're all, Riley Gaines is going to speak and we're not down with her, y'all. You mean Riley Gaines, the college swimmer who just wants it to be women's only division? They're all, yes, we're not going to allow anyone to go in there. And anyone who does go in there, we're going to beat them up. We're going to harass them and then we're going to light things on fire. You're all right. That seems reasonable. Any other reasons that you guys are doing this? Yes, because we love the Gaza Strip and we are supporting Palestine. You're all, okay. And all right. So tell me what you're going to do about it. They're all, well, we're going to start burning things on a college campus. You're like, burning things on a college campus. They're like, yes, that's exactly what we're going to do. You're like, how many people do you think on the college campus disagree with your position? What do you mean? It's like, I mean, you chose the University of Washington to light things on fire. By the way, of course, we're going to look at these videos, right? Many videos, actually, of them. They're back, guys. They are back. And, they clearly have a really strong brain behind them because they're definitely going to accomplish their goal, right? They want to protect Palestinians by attacking a college campus in Washington State in the United States. Got it. Listen, guys, I know you're not really doing this to do any of the things that you're saying. You don't actually care about trans people in swimming. You don't actually care about Palestinians. You don't actually care about anybody. You're just looking for an excuse so you can tell yourself you're a good person while you destroy things because you are unemployed, drug-addicted losers, okay? All of you, okay? Quote me on that, okay? And, but listen, like, at the very least, you should, appear to have some kind of plan for why you're doing these things. But let's just take a look, okay? And then let's talk about the police doing nothing. But most of all, let's talk about how the left-wing media covers these guys. Now, it's been scientifically proven that Antifa won't subscribe to my channel. So if you want to prove you're not Antifa, that's what you need to do. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and ring the bell. Okay, so we're going to watch some of the footage of Antifa from their recent riots/attacks. And then we're going to look at how the Guardian is covering this. It's Kyle Rittenhouse and BLM all over again. This peaceful protest is literally like a person like hanging from a truck that's on fire right behind the camera. They're all, these guys are just being peaceful. It's a summer of love. You're all, there's a dead person hanging from the truck behind you. They're like, what? You're all, from a noose. I thought these guys are, I thought Antifa's down with BLM. I don't think they'd be too down with them using a noose. It's like, well, I don't know. Once you light them on fire, it kind of makes the noose not really matter. It's like, have you talked to anyone about this or what are we talking about here, dude? Like, okay. That didn't actually happen as far as I know. I'm just pointing out that none of their positions make any sense. And they definitely burned entire cities down. Okay, so let's just watch this. This is Antifa protesters charge police at University of Washington protest. I don't understand. How is it anybody who's police in one of these areas like this, can you reach out to me and tell me what it's like to try to deal with these people? Because, listen, because you and I both know cops and everybody with a brain. What these people need is you need some pipe-hitting cops to go down there and fuck these kids up, dude. Okay? Like, really, put it on them bad. So they are very, very, they are, anyway. Hey, the cops are just walking backwards. They're like, okay, geez, we don't want to mess around with these Antifa kids. They're terrifying. I'm not trying to break the police walls because I know obviously they're just following orders. It's like, don't engage with the protesters, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, hey, guys, maybe you didn't hear. There's been a pretty big culture shift, okay? Like a real big culture shift. There's no one that's going to, like the defund the police thing, that's over. That's the fastest way to lose an election ever. Any politician that comes with that is going to lose. and they know it. Okay, like you don't need to worry about that anymore. This is not 2020. You're in 2025 now. You could start smashing these kids. Okay. There is nothing that is more likely to go viral for the right reasons than you taking a kid who is lighting a college campus on fire and smashing their face into a car. Okay. I'm not saying you should definitely do that. I'm just saying if you wanted to go viral and be called a hero, okay, if you want to go viral and be called a hero, you should definitely do that. Oh, wait, Jesse, why do you think the police could actually do that? Well, I don't know. Any examples you could give? We could go with this one. Here's an example. She literally called a child the N-word and is a huge hero on X now and has raised $700,000 in her Give Send Go. Okay? I'm not saying she's a good person. What I'm saying is like people are done. We are at the opposite end of the world from where we were when these guys were allowed to be like shooting rockets at cops and throwing Molotov cocktails at cops. It's time to smash. Okay? Let's watch. Yeah, and then they cheer because they're like, we punked the cops. We punked the cops. Why is this allowed? Move back, move back. Since when do the cops follow the directions of unemployed masked lunatics? The people united will never be defeated. La, 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 la. Literally, you want to know how fast it would be for you to be defeated? It is a matter of a handful of people being given the green light.
Get yours.
Just like, hey, guys, gloves off. You can just match force with force. They don't even need to be cops. Just people that are sick of looking at them. You would have a lot of volunteers. Okay? Yeah, gloves off, guys. Just whatever they do, you can do it right back. Okay? So if they start marching at you and they say move back, you can start marching at them and say move back. And then if you run into each other, you can just do whatever they do. So if one of them swings at you, you can start swinging at them. If they try to hit you with, an object, give me a break. Okay? These guys are doing this because they're allowed to do it. Okay? Now, let's read this one, and then I'm going to show you how the mainstream media cover this because it's absolutely ridiculous. And also, let's be honest here, okay? We all know how this is all happening, right? Like, do you think this is all happening in a vacuum? It's just, oh my God, Antifa's back. And oh my God, this Shiloh Hendricks raised $700,000 after calling the kid the N-word. Okay, we know that there is dark money behind all of this. Oh, Tesla, if you drive a Tesla, your car's going to get lit on fire. You better not drive a Tesla. Oh, weird. It seems like all of this is happening at once. I feel like I remember one time when COVID, Antifa, BLM, George Floyd, and I don't know, whatever else. Oh, trans rights, all that, all converged to create absolute sheer chaos in 1 year. What year was that? 2020? Right, because they wanted to make it seem like Trump's America was falling apart. Oh, wow, so they're trying this again. Not really working as well this time, is it? When you don't control X. Like when you don't control social media and you got Dana White on the board at Meta. Okay, how's that taste, you guys? It was a lot easier when you guys had total control of social media and every other thing. Little tougher now, huh? So here's some more videos of them, and then we'll read this. Yep, and then you got this. Bunch of black bloc people breaking university. Okay, this is actually from the UW Jewish alumni who are pointing out that you have like whatever these people think they are making a blockade to call to action. UW students are occupying the Boeing-funded engineering building on UW campus. Show up right now to interdisciplinary engineering building to support these brave students. Nice. Brave students. The University of Washington is a direct partner in the genocide of the Palestinian people through its allegiances to its partnership with Boeing. Rally now outside the IEB to take action with these students alongside the people of Palestine and their brave resistance. Wear a mask and cover your identifiable features. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys something very, very obvious, all right? So these people care about the Palestinian people, right? Like, hey, you care about the Palestinian people? You love the Palestinian people, right? If you got a group of like 4 Palestinian people and then you brought them to, you know, I don't know, some function of these guys, and you're like, hey, 4 Palestinian people, I got to ask you a question. What do you think about Leah Thomas winning all the swimming events of the NCAA? And they would be like, who's Leah Thomas? Be like, Leah Thomas is a dude who just one day decided that she's a girl, and she went into female sports and then blew away the competition, like destroyed everyone. They'd be like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. That's a man pretending to be a girl. And the black, you're all, hey, what do you think now, dude? Hey, you love Palestinians now? Hey guys, what do you guys think about, I don't know, fill in the blank of any other topic that these fucking leftist nimwits have like outer space ideas about? And as soon as they said, oh, I have an idea, be like, hey, what do you guys think of Trump? And then, you know, Palestinians were like, oh, you know, well, I think he's a great leader. They'd be like, oh my God, did you hear what they said? Put them back in Gaza and let them get their families blown up. Okay, like these people are a fraud. These Antifa people are a fraud. They're too stupid to know what they're even protesting. Like, this is a joke. These people are a fucking joke. They're just angry little nobodies who are looking for a reason to like just destroy stuff. Look at this shit. Okay. Ridiculous. Okay, so now check this out. So look at this. Look at this. Hey, this is The Guardian, guys. Hey, The Guardian, such a top-notch outlet for news. Fears mount over Kash Patel's use of FBI to persecute left-wing protest groups. Concern over crackdown on anti-fascist and Black Lives Matter movement as Trump loyalists take control of the agency. Oh my gosh, you guys. Can you imagine if law enforcement actually cracked down on the terrorists who are lighting fires at university campuses over things that they have no control over whatsoever? Hey, University of Washington, we don't want Israel to bomb Palestine anymore. We're sick of it. And they're like, all right, we don't want that either. They're like, yeah, I know. So we're going to burn down the campus. They're like, wait, hang on. You're saying that if Israel continues to bomb the Gaza Strip, you're going to burn down our campus? They're like, that's right. You can't see my face, so I could just say these things. They're like, right, but we like agree with you guys. They're all, it doesn't matter. We're going to burn down, we're going to burn your dumpsters, and we're just going to start breaking stuff because the cops don't do anything about it, you know? Cops don't do nothing, and something tells me you're not going to do nothing either. They're like, yeah, no, we're not. We agree with, like, but can you not burn down our stuff? They're all, fuck you. Okay? Fuck you. We are going to burn your stuff. It's so stupid. And then like The Guardian, and then it's like when the entire country's like, hey, why don't you guys just like lock them in jail if they do this? The Guardian, they're all, oh my God, the crackdown on the anti-fascists now that the FBI is not, you know, completely controlled by the left-wing ideologues that are the ones who are actually funding this entire thing. It's a fucking joke, dude. Fears are mounting that Kash Patel, an outspoken MAGA disciple and newly appointed director of the FBI, will make good on past comments about crackdowns on anti-fascist and Black Lives Matter protesters. Yeah, I hope so. For years, Donald Trump has also called for designating Antifa, or more broadly, the anti-fascist activists, as an official domestic terrorist organization. Oh, gee, I wonder why. Could it be all of the domestic terrorism that they do? You know, could it be all of the fires that they light? Could it be all the people they attack? Could it be all the videos that we've seen of them pulling people out of cars, of them taking over entire neighborhoods and then dragging people out of their cars if they question it? Like, give me a break. Okay, so for years, yada, yada, as an active domestic terror, while that has not materialized into official policy, Trump's top national security leaders at the FBI, CIA, and Pentagon are all hardcore loyalists, intent on carrying out his political agenda. Even from inside the FBI, an anonymous agent has publicly warned that the domestic counterterrorism strategy could switch from inquiries against the hyper-violent far-right to left-wing protest movements. How many people work at the FBI, you guys? How many people work at the FBI? Okay. You think you can't investigate actual far right, like terrorist groups, like separatist groups that are building bombs and like want to like actually, like you think that they can't investigate them and then simultaneously investigate these people, these Nimrods, Antifa dimwits? Okay. Like the fact that the Proud Boys got designated a domestic terror group and Antifa did not. And then you're like, oh, but the Proud Boys are blah, blah. What do you think? The Proud Boys literally existed to fight back against these guys who started burning everything down and attacking people. They were like, all right, it was a bunch of, a bunch of dudes who were like, I like to fight and I hate those motherfuckers. So let's go meet them in the street. I can't relate to that at all. There's nothing about that sounds super, super enticing. Like, as soon as I watch like the, 50th video of them like punching an old person or like intimidating people who are just minding their, nothing. It's never crossed my mind to go put on a mask and join one of those groups so I could go fight and just smash those little fuckers. I've never thought about that. I'm saying like someone else would, like, because I've definitely never thought about that. It doesn't sound incredibly fun to me. Like there's actually like, I've never thought to myself, that sounds like there's nothing I would rather do than that, actually. But, some people just hate bullies, so it is what it is. So let's, though the Bureau has never been a friend to anti-fascist or black protest movements in the past, today's activists have taken note of the electoral changes and the promises for retribution in store for what Trump has called enemies from within. We see opposition to fascism under Trump's fascist rule to be an increasingly dangerous endeavor, said Walter Tull, a member of Antifa International social media collective. Many of us are taking far more precautions than we've ever done before. Oh, you mean like you cover your whole face now? Understood. Smart move. Tull believes Trump will once again attempt to hit anti-fascist activists with a terrorist designation like he has Mexican cartels because people who attempt to outlaw opposition to fascism are fascists. But we are also inspired by the massive opposition shown by people taking to the streets and doing everything possible to oppose Trump, added Tull. Okay. Yeah. Because Trump did what? Because Trump did what again? Run me through it, dude. Run me through why it is super important for you to hit the streets and, oppose Trump doing what exactly? So Patel long made anti-fascist activities part of his rhetorical list of enemies. His rhetorical list of enemies. Oh, you mean his rhetorical list of criminals? Right. In March 2023, Patel was a guest on a conspiracy theorist podcast. This is unbelievable. This outlet is such a piece of fucking horse shit. This is not even an editorial, dude. This is written like this is an actual news article. It's ridiculous. Okay. I have an idea. Why don't you so he went on a conspiracy theorist podcast. Which one? And who are we talking about? And he excoriated the Biden administration for not prosecuting two lawyers that had allegedly burned an NYPD vehicle at a BLM protest during the summer of 2020. Patel said, go back to the Antifa riots. Two liberal attorneys, white shoe lawyers, firebombed a New York City police car and burned it to the ground with Molotov cocktails. That really happened. What are we talking about? Patel falsely said that the judge then gave them basically probation. Both lawyers were disbarred and received sentencing. Okay, let's click on that. Let's see. Sentence to prison. Let's see. A year behind bars. A year behind bars. They were given a year behind bars. Hey, guys. Hey, oh, sorry. Cash Patel said basically given probation. They firebombed a cop. They firebombed a cop car, and they were given 1 year. Okay, yeah, maybe Cash Patel exaggerated a little bit. He said basically given probation. That is not inaccurate. Giving a 1 year sentence when people, domestic terrorists, firebombed a police car, that is basically probation. Okay, and I'm pretty sure that they had already served part of that time in jail, so it wasn't even a year. He further claimed the only correction to the system was a massive overhaul requiring control of the executive branch with a partisan attorney general. After that, according to the now director of the FBI, you have to wipe out the FBI and close down its nerve center in D.C. So far, Patel's dream has become reality. Trump is in the White House with Pat Bondi, blah, 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 blah. Okay, whatever. Give me a break, okay? This outlet has no credibility. Okay, here's what I want to tell you, though, okay? Now, I think what's happening is this is all being funded by dark money, like Elon Musk has talked about related to the Tesla bombings, okay? And here is my evidence for that. Okay, so you know Shiloh Hendricks? You know, she yelled the N-word at the kid and then somehow has now raised $700,000 in her Give, Send, Go. Do you guys really believe that that's legit? That she really actually raised, you know, right here, $732,000? You guys think that's real? You think that's like organic? I don't know. Let's see what some of the donators are saying, you know, over here. Because, like, you've seen the Carmelo Anthony one. There's lots of messages. Oh, okay. So, Anonymous, Lola, Black Fatigue. Okay, so not one message. Oh, no messages. So, everybody's just donating these small amounts, but no one is saying anything. Okay, so, wait a minute. That's a lot of donations with no messages. Let's see. Oh, more. Oh, no messages. More donations. No messages. Oh my gosh, more donations, more no messages, all of them 5, 10, 20, 30, 30, 10, 20, 20, 10, 20, 10, 20, 20, 20, 10. Weird. All like between $5 and $50 in you know, with not a single accompanying message. Oh, there was one, 22. What do you guys think, dude? Does this look legit to you? Or you guys think that there is some like Act Blue money or something potentially putting all the money in this to make it seem like there is this gigantic movement of people who support people screaming the N-word at people? You know? Does that seem like something they would do? Because it definitely seems like something they would do to me. You know? So anyway, don't fall for this shit. And Antifa, garbage. And all we need to do is start giving them exactly what they deserve, which is, if they're violent, they get violent, put upon them, and then you throw them in prison, okay? Like, you can't firebomb police cars in America. They firebombed a police car. They got 1 year in jail. Firebombed a police car. Burned it to the ground. Like, it was ash at the end. Like, it burned all the way. Okay? 1 year in jail for Antifa. Can you fucking imagine if the Proud Boys did that? Anyway, that's what I got for today. I love you guys. Subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell. Bye-bye.